Welcome to Martini Time, that happy time of the day when we can sit back and review the day and sum it up and relax and get some insights. What was today? What happened? What did I learn? What did I see? Well, fortunately, I have my talks to share with you what I see. So I have one in the morning, Buddhism in the Landfill, or Buddhism Plain and Simple. And I come on at 5 o'clock and kind of like bring my day into, it's like I'm in two bookends. My morning talk when I'm fresh and out of meditation and I have my coffee and I get pumped, I get an idea, share it, and then during the day, I have a nap and I read and kind of like relax, and then an idea comes up. I make a martini, kind of like the priest preparing the Eucharist, or the alchemist, you see, preparing his experiment. And I prepare my martini, and as I make the martini, I get an idea. It's very strange. And the idea I have right now is from the poem, The Second Coming by Yeats. Let me read the first half of it, called The Second Coming. You've probably heard it. Turning and turning in the widening gyre world. The falcon cannot hear the falconer. Things fall apart. The center cannot hold. Mere anarchy is loosed upon the world. The blood-dimmed tide is loosed, and everywhere the ceremony of innocence is drowned. The best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity. Doesn't that fit us? The center can't hold. The ceremony of innocence is drowned. In other words, the ceremony of this is nothing, we just get by it, yada, 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 get over it, it's just Trump. The ceremony of innocence. The best lack all conviction. The best Republicans have no conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity. They rally, they riot, they call out obscenities. The center cannot hold. So let's talk about that for a minute, because we do not appreciate what the center means, the power of the center. If there is no center, things fall apart. If you take the hole out of the donut, there's no donut. If you take the axle out of the wheel, there's no wheel. If you take the center out of anything, it collapses. Your ego, my ego, is the center. If that is threatened, the center can't hold, and mere anarchy is born. Things fall apart if my ego can't hold. If my center can't hold, the world falls apart, because when I have my ego center, it's kind of like the axis that all the spokes of experience come into. They don't come into you, they come into me. And then, of course, your experience comes into you. So when I say at the beginning, you are the center of the world, that's what I mean by the center. So the president is the center of America. The president holds it together. So no matter what we feel about Trump's beliefs or his actions or his policies or his personality, he's the president. And the office holds the center, holds the country together. So you have people saying, trust Trump. Let Trump be Trump. Let the president do his job. Let the president be president, for God's sakes. And then the other side say, his policies, whatever he's doing is not presidential. But there seems to be a shift this last week, because now the talk is, and it's all in everybody's mouth. It's the ceremony of innocence seems to be, the ceremony of innocence is drowned. And there is a growing sense, a growing fear, a growing terror, if you will, a growing, this cannot be, like 9/11, this cannot be happening. The President of the United States can't be in the pocket of Putin, a foreign adversary. That cannot be possible. And yet, before our eyes, the evidence is obvious. And you can say, well, this doesn't prove anything. Let him be president. Give him a chance. That's false news. It's fake. It's false. It's the left. It's the deep state. It's false news. And yet, we watched it. So when you see something happening, and then somebody tells you it's not happening, who do you trust? Where is the center? Is the person who's telling you what's happening the center? Or are you the center? Who do you trust? Your eyes, your own experience, your own insight, your own wisdom, or somebody else to tell you what's true? Who do you trust? So this is a conflict of trust. This is the center is trust. You see. So there's a crisis of trust. Not so much in Trump or not Trump, but in ourselves. Who do I trust to tell me the truth? What I see or what other people tell me is the truth, which is in conflict with what I see. So for me to believe someone else's truth or their description of reality, and I deny my own experience, my own senses, you see, I don't trust myself. And I know it. No matter how much I say, oh, you're right, I'm wrong, I can't tell. No matter how much I deny my own senses, there is a sneaking fear there. There is a terror there that the center may not hold. That I have given my center to somebody else and said, here, you tell me what the truth is. I can't. I give it to you. And so this is, the irony is, that democracy, representative democracy, is based on this transfer of trust. So you elect a congressman. Since all of the people can't go to Congress, you elect a representative, and you trust them to speak for you. That's the way it works. And all the people elect, or a majority, elect the president. And they trust. Then they give that president their center. And say, we all can't be president. Only one can be president, so we pick you. Now we trust that you are going to be my center. That you are going to protect America. You are America's center. But when we look and see that the president has given his center to a foreign power, that he has given his center to Putin, and then does what Putin says, either overtly or invertly, or covertly, consciously or unconsciously, whatever, the behavior is obvious. So you can see right there that this is a deep, deep crisis in trust and in the American soul, so to speak, that goes to the very heart of the way we govern ourselves as a free people who willingly give their power, their individual center, to a representative, congressman, representative, and president, to hold things together, to make the wheel turn, to make America work. You see. And that's in conflict now. That's in crisis. And gradually, as the evidence mounts, more and more people are coming to the point where the facts cannot be denied. Or else we're crazy, or else Trump is crazy. So Trump is either insane or he's in the pocket of Putin. It's coming down to those two choices. Watching the news, the perplexity in the news is that we can't figure it out. What is the explanation for this behavior? Why? After the debacle in Helsinki, does Trump come home and invite Putin, who it's been proven to have attacked the United States on the internet in the same way that the Arabs attacked 9/11? That was a physical attack. The Russian attack was just on an internet level, a cyber level. Same attack, just on the cyber level. So we didn't see the Russian attack like we saw the 9/11, which was physical. So the Russian attack was in slow motion. So many little attacks that you couldn't put the whole picture together. So now the picture's together. And it is even Trump now finally doesn't deny that the Russians attacked America. But then come on, Putin, come on to the White House. Have a parade. See? It's insane. And that's just part of it, I'm just taking that one last little thing. So, anyway, I bring this poem, The Center Can't Hold, because I really think we have to appreciate the spiritual crisis we're going through right now. And we don't really, we just don't, it's so different, it's so impossible that we can't really believe it in the same way that we couldn't believe 9/11. Yet this can't be happening. This can't be happening. It's surreal. And yet there it was. The center came down. And here we are today. Trump is the Trump Tower. Not the Twin Towers, the Trump Tower. And it's coming down. This can't be happening. This can't be true. I can't believe my eyes. What will happen to us now? What will happen to us now? Thanks for dropping in.